Good morning, Suraj Singh here. This video is related to some seminar that I conducted as a resource person long back in Ludhiana. I explained to people there, engineers from government in various sectors, PWD and others, about my experience on buildings. This this work was posted on structural engineer forum late, and I have given the URL of that site in this video. You can go through this. These are very practical notes, and you can understand, you can learn from those. This is related to earthquake risk management, EQ risk management, general capacity building of engineers, title being that contains EQ risk management capacity building of engineers, program sponsored by Government of India. It was, and it was located at when he was Guru Nanak Dev Engineering College. It was long back, many years back, but still it exists on the site. Students and new engineers, budding engineers can make use of it very well. And in this participants, government engineers from level of principal engineer to assistant engineer, SDOs, HCMs, PW engineers, etc. And I participated as a resource person, consequent upon invitation by university. Dr. H.S. Rai, who invited me, and I'm grateful to him for this. I'm also inducted to program coordinators. My participation was to interact for explaining role of site engineers from EQ earthquake registered management aspect. I participated for about 5 hours. I was informed about video conferencing with our legend engineers, Ryan Sahib, etc. I have also announced the URL of SAFE. I have also put in certain files and put on this. You can access to this structural forum and view this if you are interested to know that. It's up to you. It is a serious issue. It's not key. Seriousness requires you to raise capacity of one. And this is HTTP. This website is www.sefindia.org. www.sefindia.org. Forum / view topic .php Markov interrogation p equal to 20324 hash 20324, like this. Various given various such URLs on that, and you can browse if you are interested. And there's one file for 1 week training in architecture hazard. So let's go. So I have uploaded many files on this. The lithosphere explanation is there. This is a lithosphere model which I just devised based on my information, whatever extracted from applied geology. And then it is EQ management role of site engineers. And after that is Punjab training resource well, and then first talks of titles. And there is then another most major concerns during my talks. The drawings are not issued at packages. I explain to them. No serious reviews of contract design drawings are conducted. Then I explain to them. No coordination and no various disciplinary drawings are conducted. Then I explain when details are found missing that hinders the job execution, and engineers do not efficiently raise questions for technical clarifications must raise in writing in simple format. An excluding quality department missing in organizations, and then channels of departments relating quality requirement system ill integrated. Details running engineers are not available. Details running engineers means experts on minorities, or you can say minute works. Each activity, incompetent private material testing laboratories operating, good quality bricks are not available. I'm talking about our country. Proper gradation aggregate are not procurable from mines. Cubes of concrete are not deposited in time for testing. More SRI should be identified for notification. Safety and quality plans are not in operations. No report or as-built drawings are contemplated to be made available while commencing with any new excavation on any land. Professionalism is missing among contractors. Architects do not supervise operating operations. Due to poor staffing, it's difficult to have good controls. After reinforcement inspection, site is left to honesty of contractor, and if it is of course understood what degree of honesty should be reliable. Frame contractor is designs by architects are seen to be showing redundant reinforcement just to make up possible stealing of parts after inspections. Suggestions made during talk, preparation of safety and quality plans, approvals by department management, implementations, internal audits, external audits, training of self by seniors, training associates and juniors, training contractors, staff and work persons. Only the contractor professional field could be forced to produce quality. And there's salient discussions during introduction, explanations also the lithospheric activities within crust, mantle, and core, connections, current, faults, plates, trees, tsunamis, volcanoes, types of rocks, soils, mechanics, permeability, porosity, earthquake sources, ring of fire, and other seismic events, magnitude and intensity, technical queries, and materials. Beams, columns, slabs, diaphragms, shear walls, rigid and flexible frames, concrete, its properties, line strength and durability criteria, rapid chloride penetration, cathodic protection, ductile consideration, elastic, plastic, strain hardening, and soft state to collapse, concrete compressions, thick and massive concrete elements, structural failures. Deliberations on an example, cost of structure, curing etc. Value engineering and its implications on contracts, engineer, resident engineer, contractors, agent, contract considerations, safety and quality plans, their preparations, approvals, follow-up, self-audit, internal and external audits. Ready mix concrete interactions, RMC is a technology and not simply mix of concrete, and whether RMC activities will comply with the mandated controls. It is seen that the only activities they understand is to mix the transport and place at a location. We have seen the transit or truck loads of concrete using stationary reciprocating pumps for transporting and the placing of concrete only. There is no description of various controls that must be made mandatory for compliance. Timing controls and loading and leaving the plant, arriving inside the truck being empty. Slump control, temperature control, air voids control, pumping controls. Mobile pumps are not seen. Mobile pumps can be stationed at any location at the station depending on requirement. Until expected trained staff or crew is available for both mixing, pumping, and placing of pouring, RMC would not require the efficient results. I also experienced that even RMC experts are unable to describe what are the technicalities essential and what is involved for their material. In contract documents must include all details whatsoever. Site engineer cannot be expected to prepare essential structural details itself. The structural designer is responsible to provide all required details, including earthquake management aspect whatsoever, provided all details are made available on IFC drawing. IFC stands for uh, you know, issued for construction. It would be the responsibility of a site engineer as well as a quality engineer in the case they are not implemented. These are not implemented. Duty of resident engineers or program engineers to make sure that these details are made available by design engineer on IFC drawings. Work cannot be carried out in absence of such drawings. Working drawings must be produced prior to carrying out the works. All services locations should be reflected on these drawings. Where work demands repetition of sections, typical standards of drawing may be used for various sections. Site engineer should be supported so the site engineer just implements the works according to specifications, requirements, and quality engineer checks all these in true spirit and not just to fulfill obligations only. Site engineer must be educated by training on various demanded specifications. Specifications should be clear and must be reflected on drawings. All tolerances must be reflected on drawings. Certain drawings Even required, the specification should be produced as a part of a contract document rather than asking site engineer to follow codes or other voluminous documents. It is suggested to give heavy site work schedule of site engineers as well as their professional standards. Then another was EQRM capacity building of engineers. The links I had given certain links, and there's something to do with this talk on constructability or buildability explanation. It is an important issue to explore for any project from design to execution stages that it should be conveniently constructible without spending undue efforts or extra budget. It requires a great degree of understanding about the design issues as well as execution issues. An attempt should be made in essence. Whatever is done at site should be done first time every time. Recess time of site engineers as well as site coordinators should not be contributed for a nothing go waste. It costs the contractor money in case one has to pay for design issues or decisions as well as for spending costs on inappropriate design effects. Sometimes it amounts to entering arbitrations to adjudicate disputes as well as for demand of extension of the contract at times due to technical reasons that makes problems for all parties concerned. Design philosophy should be made in relevance to availability of materials in the market as well as to ease of site construction of all activities involved without causing hardships at site, making the life of a site personal difficult. An uneconomical execution is not welcome. Repetitions of models are always welcome. Since RCC is a major component on any project, it should be properly conceived from practicality point of view. A considerable economization may be achieved by adopting a formation mechanism policy that adds value to project. Constructability issue also requires a consideration of a method statement of a construction that the contractor would be expected to adopt virtually. Designer should have a grasp of what a professional contractor shall prefer to do in execution front based on pre-qualifications status of various professional contractors. Designer may also integrate the method statement just for guidance purpose as expected at least of contracts so that it indicates a minimum requirement. Every contractor should be efficient enough to produce many construction method statements for any project. It depends upon the mind and experience of contractor as well as the current technologies applicable. Also, and we say that the contract specification should be related to the value engineering addition to contract that any possible perspective contractor may produce without any variation on contract by giving a specification upgrade or delivering a project in a shortest contract duration than assigned. Better quality is also one of many value engineering criteria that should be allowed more weight than financial factors consideration alone. And there's the issue of tube failure, and as I checked, a question was raised whether I had an experience in conflict failure responding, which I promised to deliver it on one file. I am just writing a link, so I just gave a link, and there was an issue then, and it took 6 months, more than 6 months in Abu Dhabi to resolve that problem. There were failure of queues, and we conducted all tests on that. So the issue was file contains three papers and method statement writing at this level. Ultimately survive the worksheet formalizing designs for designs. This was written long back as a part of my continuing education. I just prepared on paper regarding that select failure and tested that one, which you can see in this posting. Then concrete material structures, thick element, water houses, some specifications are there regarding various elements of concrete. And what is thick element? More than 8 cubic meter per minimum dimension 800 millimeter. That's called thick element. Minimum diameter is, dimension is 800 mm and quantification is 8 cubic meter per. GGBS is ground granulated blast furnace slag cement replacement up to 70% of or PFA pulverized fuel ash cement combination of microsilica or microsilica or silica fumes up to 12%. The microsilica is an expensive material. Temperature range is more than 4 degrees Celsius and this is less than 30 degrees Celsius. This is temperature range 4 degrees Celsius and 32 degrees Celsius. Weather temperature should not be mixed up with the concrete temperature. Generally, pouring activity is carried out either in early morning hours or in evening to late night hours, depending on weather temperature variance. In hot regions, it is a general practice to add ice into water to maintain temperature requirement during hours when temperature range is not feasible. Concrete pouring activity should be adjusted. Curing of concrete is too significant to deliver a quality concrete product which is durable and must have defined characteristic strength. Curing compound can be used on vertical surfaces, but it doesn't work fully on horizontal surfaces and therefore must be used for instant curing only on horizontal surfaces to be followed later by conventional curing. Nowadays, core testing is also included on certain contracts in addition to cube testing. In certain cases, corrosion inhibitors are also added to keep off reinforcement to parts rusting. Calcium nitride is a product used for that particularly in water body within soil when piles are included. Pre-casting factories do resort to auto-cleaning of concrete so that the casting mold forms are removed even after 12 hours. Microsilica is used in such cases. Auto-cleaning is a type of steam curing on concrete to be used in structures and also for concrete blocks either solid or hollow. Microsilica has an inherent property to enhance concrete setting time even to many hours, and vibrator application must break the suspension of cement particles that have developed a coating on cement particles, absenting which concrete mixture cannot start setting. Size of microsilica particle resembles that of a smoke size. Professional resources book. Okay. I say I had processor means well, you can just browse this site. You'll find so many things on this site. It's not too long document, too long posting on this page. In soil investigation report, nothing is there, and there is. I'll just read off of this because it's also important, just from a point of view of understanding. And this is, say, intended to deliberate on certain projects, soil investigation report, but allotted the slots did not. Anyway, I'm just giving explanation. I just explain important terms necessary to understand a test file gives various pages. Now, various paragraphs shows method of report, recommendation by an expert laboratory. Settlement, varying capacity, value of N, value of RQD rock quality designation it is. So settlement, bearing capacity, value of N, value of RQD, resistivity, water contents, densities, fills such as engineered or structural fill, general fill, etc. are included within submission of report. N indicates the number of blows to record penetration for 300 mm. N indicates the number of blows to record penetration for 300 mm. Higher number, high N value means a strong soil while high bearing capacity and less settlement. Rock quality designation RQD that is counted on rock cores for more than 100 mm lengths. Counted on rock cores for more than 100 mm lengths, percentage of greater than 100 mm out of drilled length gives RQD. Higher RQD is better. Refer to post. Okay, now I'll say. And then there's desert fills. I'm talking desert fills, structure fill, engineered fill, general fill, sand fill. What is a desert fill? Well, my English is a little different in this lecture because I want to communicate to whole world. So this is not confined only to my country and it's India. It's confined to whole world, and there are different type of people, classes of people. Arab people are there, non-Arab people are there, foreigners, British people, other people. So I'm just twisting my tongue so that they can understand also. It is global posting, global. So liquid limit less than 35 and plasticity index less than 6 and 0 for non-plastic soils. Now come to this fill. Material imported from selected areas, borough pits may achieve compaction F, the field dry density 95%. The own sand can be used as combination material to arrive liquid limit less than 35%. And the own sand means sand available as is sand. You can say it's not clay, the own sand is sand available, particularly in urban. You go to UAE or you go to Qatar, or you go to somewhere to find many dunes. Structural fill of graded materials. Fill below foundation and duly prepared for structural purpose may achieve by compaction field density 95% to 98%. Engineered fill. Well-designed graded course aggregate based fill duly prepared for heavy structural purposes may achieve by compaction FTP 95% to 98% and in some cases greater than 100%. General fill, fill below ground where no structures rest may achieve by compaction FTP 90 to 95%. Sand fill, fine sand fill or river sand fill. Clean sand can be filled with a control on water percentage and bulking of sand. Compaction is not necessary as in case of well-grading materials as is carried out soils. The notes are there. No layer should be compacted greater than 200 mm. For major areas, heavy equipment should be used for compaction. For compacting accessible parts, jumpers can be used. Plate compactors can also be used for compaction without the minimum of 1 ton capacity of aeration. 9 to 12 ton rollers can also be used with steel rollers as well, with pneumatic tires depending on soil types. Formation layer should be removed this clay based. Then there was something else on this presentation files. Yes, I just gave some files presentation and I cannot show it here because of issue. And then that is engineering construction method guidelines. I have put a file there as well. The construction games of houses. So I included that one. And then images, I have put that one. Foundation for method sequences, and then so is all. You'll find all these postings on this URL chat given to you. Videos live on Google, something else, and video from YouTube, queuing links. And then YouTube videos, YouTube links are available. Concrete door level explanation links. The project safety plans. Yes, and like this is project safety plan. Points that require consideration for an effective project safety plan. The safety plan building projects has been titles in form of a content. Site barricading, site mobilization, personal protective equipment, existing services, work permits, hand excavation, machine excavation, traffic diversion, protection to existing building, deep excavations, tidy site, housekeeping, fire protection, electric protection, trade-related protections, protections from occupational health hazard, higher level working safety, lower level working safety, access to various site locations, safety from equipment operations, safety from cranes operations, safety from scaffolding, safety from dust storms, safety from high winds, supporting system safety certifications, safety from toxic chemical materials use, safety from heat strokes, safety from hazards, toolbox talks, hazards analysis, medical provision, drinking water, site facilities, workers training, staff training, hot and cold hours, pollution control, watch and guard, security, safety, staff organization, job descriptions, meetings, safety site tools, emergency drills. This list is regarding safety. Then there's another list that is regarding quality plans, building projects. Project quality plan may require following steps of site titles, departments, inclusion for a smooth and progressive execution and completion for customer satisfaction for the mandate contractual deliveries. All this should be descriptively designed for implementation of a better scheme. This document will be prepared by company quality department in conjunction with all departments, reviewed by all departments and approved by corporate management project manager based on the corporate quality manual and then it will be forwarded to the client for an official approval. Once approved, it shall require total implementation as approved, provided it has to be regularly updated depending on the various circumstances and reapproved. It should be comprehensive document telling all about the policies that would be required on a project to enable it completed within the defined time and budget. Various chapters to be included on a project plan should be like this: corporate quality policy manual, project quality policy, project descriptions and company targets, planning, programming, scheduling, project cost controls, project method, execution statement with added value engineering, project organization head is office with responsibilities descriptions, project organization site office with responsibilities descriptions, key personal job descriptions, including reporting functions both at the corporate office and at the site, office and appointment as well as promotions, safety department in relevance to safety plan, engineering department coordinations, office engineering, documents, controls and traceability, construction department execution strategies, land surveying, procurement department, warehousing and storage, quality department, quality management, including third-party laboratory management, administration and security, site or live camping, and any amendments. After that, there are some other posting quality policies there, and then simple quality plan, offshore platform overview. No, this is just for information purpose. If you discuss what you found, then you can just a tour of house, snaps from NDM, certain snaps from non-destructive, and EQ others certain snaps for information. It's a long document, certain stuff and for very, very long document. Anyway, then there are some PowerPoint presentations as well on this. Many pages, I cannot compose all pages now. Uh, there's some discussions on that. Then there's, however, you go through this browsers and get what you can obtain. It's too long document. I don't have uh, time or time on this. Or a collect designation is there, which I already explained. Then, other things are there. I don't want to stop video just to browse it. And the qualifications, requirements is there. Qualifications is brief is there. Quality plans is long document here. Anyway, I hope you will get my intention, what I wanted to say in this. And this was just a brief talk to you people regarding what should be done on site and how should it be taken care of in modern times. Since now quality systems have drastically been changed and effective new one is 2015 in line to 2001. Sorry, ISO quality management 2015 revised one, the last one was 2018. So 2008, 2015 is a different one here. Everybody is responsible. In 2008, only quality person was responsible. Now every organization had a responsible. It's not simple. You cannot escape responsibility. You have to do what you write. You have to do what you get approved. So similarly in safety as well. It has to be carried out. So engineer role is now different one. You are a technical man, you are an engineer, you are a designer, you are a supervisor, and you are a responsible person. You cannot avoid responsibility on projects. You have to do that. So you have to upgrade your knowledge. It's not simply educational knowledge. It's not simply university degree. You must have a lot of learning field of engineering profession. If you don't learn, you have no meaning at all. You will not be applied anywhere. And even in your own practice, you will not be successful. So if you measure your achievements in our country, what it means I cannot explain about that because nothing exists there except talks. But in professional engineering all over the world, quality is a must. Safety is a must. Safety first. First doesn't mean talk. It means value of safety. First consideration should be safety. then work, quality, profit. It's like that. So just my explanations are these. I would say you go through what you are given. Have questions. Maybe I'm not able to explain to you satisfactorily, but whatever I could, I try always. It's my contemplation. I feel myself responsible to share with all those who need my knowledge, who need information from my background, and I want to cooperate with them, to share with them so that engineers work efficiently. I have seen those times when there was nothing, but now world has changed. One day I could die. My knowledge should be shared by someone. This is my fundamental formula. I cannot take my knowledge with me when I leave this world, but my knowledge should be seen somewhere. It is for all. It's not a question of making money. No, I am not interested in making money. No, I do not that. But helping others is also making money. If world is better, if I can support, I can cooperate, to make this planet a better one from engineering point of view, from professional point of view, from my own personality point of view. It's good. I don't expect any credit for it. Work itself is a credit. I don't want any award. I have not won any award in my lifetime. I never applied for any award. And I don't want that. Your efforts are award. I don't run behind award. I run behind developing this planet owned by Almighty. Almighty sent me here for his service. And I am supposed to deliver that service to my best capability, provided I am maintained all the safe. That's what. Nothing is obligation to someone. It's passing one knowledge to another one like that. And utilizing power of media now, power of internet, you can do it in a better way. You don't need to interact face to face or write books only or publish hard notes. No, not necessary. It's communication. It's better. I'm just trying to make use of that because life is too short. Who knows when somebody has to go? Now I'm 65. I don't know tomorrow, next day, after of course a month or 2 years or 3 years. Who knows what is balance? So it's better that your knowledge must be used by now. My knowledge is very small, maybe 0.0001% of engineering, whatever it is, whatever yours is, it's only combination and take organization. Which I know I'm wasting time like this. I'll take up this issue later on some other topics in construction and also and addition to some other fields, some other subjects in this. And for time being, thank you. And only the translation will be for time being. Thank you, friends. And I close this video now. This one. That's all.